Oh, that's cool. You're gonna have to show us the.
Yeah.
I even wore heels to like make up the difference.
This thing could go anywhere. It's okay.
We love to keep in a theme, so I think we should keep the happy brain thoughts going. This piece is new, and it is called Mindful Self-Indulgence. This is an active mindfulness practice. Find the first inhale of this meditation and connect to the natural flow of your breath. Take a moment to check in with yourself. What do you feel in your body? Paying attention mostly. What are you noticing about your thoughts? They wonder if these are rhetorical? What are you noticing about your emotions? They also want to know if we're supposed to be answering these because I am pretty sure that I am doing this wrong. There is no right or wrong. No one state to be achieved. Oh, we're going to address that. As you notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, are we not going to address that? Maybe it'll help to add some specificity. Picture your thoughts as leaves on a stream. Begin by visualizing yourself sitting beside a gently flowing stream with leaves floating along the surface of the water. Just notice the sights, the sounds, the smells around you while watching the leaves float along the stream. Hold up, hang on. What does this place look like? Notice any thoughts that enter your mind. For the next few moments, take each thought that enters your mind and place it on a leaf. Let the thoughts that come to you be the leaf that floats. So wait, what season is it supposed to be? What kind of leaves are these? Where is the world building? As you focus on your breath, try to acknowledge whatever feelings or sensations arise. Gain awareness of your body as you breathe in and out. One of those thoughts was an excellent opener for a poem I haven't written yet. Return to the present moment. I can't right now. I'm in my mind palace. There's a half-formed forest with a stream and some number of unidentified trees, vaguely identified leaves, in a place that my body is desperately trying to swim after a thought that I may never have again. Notice how it feels, how the soles of your feet are making contact with the ground. The literal ground here in the room, or in the earth, or like the water in this theoretical stream. I haven't finished figuring those pieces out yet. Be mindful. Very mindful, rather suddenly, mind you. This was supposed to help me feel better. They want you to be present, not prepared. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Later that same day, my journal now says I need to work harder on being prepared to be present. I remain unclear on if that should have been the takeaway. This one is called Someday. Something interesting crossed my social media the other day. It was a simple little text post that said, someday I will write poems about this, but first I must survive it. And okay, fine. So I took a beat and I sat with the hit, a moment to really feel the impact and hold why I experienced that as a personal attack. And yes, I am a Cancer, but that wasn't it. I have spent so much time waiting to be out of or through or over or past or done or in front of or finally able to just time on standby, just waiting for every storm to pass without taking any time to collect the resources it was giving, just trusting that if the wind wasn't too bad, at least the plants got watered. Someday, when I'd survived this, and there was always a this, but there was never a rain barrel in the yard. There was always a this, and there was always a this hurts, and there was always a what is this teaching me, and haven't I grown enough, and God's please make this end. There was always a this, but there were fewer and fewer words. There were more empty notebooks and more unused pens, and while every this at some point became a that, another this was locked and loaded and ready with it another someday, when I'd survived this. And while I survived, my voice did not. And none of the lessons came with poems, and none of the stories came out of the tip of my pen the way that they felt in my heart, and not one barrel of rain sat out in the yard after a single storm. So what is this teaching me? Someday, when I remember that the storms aren't there to be taken for resources, when this gets to mean the next 10 minutes and doesn't always have to be the whole fucking thing from start to finish, when this is a thing to be lived and not merely survived, when the barrel in the yard is your heart and it doesn't require a hurricane to be full, when each drop of the barrel is a this and each beat of your heart is a that, someday I will write poems about this while I survive it. I also love to LoJack a theme, and since we were very specific and intentional with our dates, I would like to remind everyone that the election is next week. And,
Wait.
yeah, sorry y'all. But also, this post definitely got my poetry Instagram flagged immediately as hate speech. You guys want to hear it? It's so good. It's called Red Hats, White Hoods, and Blue Lines. And on it has a attack from my favorite speech for V for Vendetta. So, of Fred, blood so red, you motherfuckers decided another 10-year-old would be better off dead. You who pretend not to have a clue that your party is in the middle of a 45-year coup. You have a figurehead who clucks from his melted orange beak, continuing the lies, spewing out battle cries, rallying his clan. Your MAGA, your Proud Boys, your beloved fraternal order, so proud in their hats, liberated from their hoods. So remember, on the 5th of November, on the most auspicious of nights, permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest a character of this dramatis persona. Voila, in view, a hubristic vaudevillian viper cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fascism. This visage, merely veneered for vanity, is a vestige of his voters' critical thought now vacant, vanished. However, this vainglorious visitation of a begone vexation stands vivified and has vowed to vanquish enemies via venal and virulent vermin vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is voting against this, a vendetta held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and you will have to do more than just vote. I have a fun one, I swear.
What was that, Shelly?
I have a fun one, I swear.
That was pretty fun.
All right.
I'm having a good time.
You can put your mic back now.